In today's video, we're going to be showing you a setting on the Nvidia app that basically can take up to 15% of your FPS in-game, using a setting that no one runs. If you've installed a Nvidia driver in the last 2 years, you're going to have the settings and this is how you disable it. Alright, before we disable it, we're going to run a benchmark to see our FPS before and after, and our latency and everything else, our stutters, our 1% lows. If you want to figure out your actual latency and where it comes from, go from Forge Tweaks. You need the premium version. Go to input latency, and then we'll run this again. So run again, and you tab back into Fortnite. Now wait it. Alright, now it's done. Open back up Forge Tweaks. Go to input latency. Scroll down. You'll see what's causing your input delay. That's a driver. Can't really do anything about that. Scroll down. Go to the bottom. And here we go. So my average FPS now is 591 FPS. My 1% lows are 281 FPS. Stutter, render queue, GPU load, and frames. Before we run a new benchmark and turn off the setting, make sure your game's closed because it hooks at the start of every session. So now open up the Nvidia app. Go from home, settings, turn this off. You'll be able to tell once you hit Alt-Z, it won't let you go into photo mode or filter mode. So now you can close this, load back up Fortnite. Now we'll wait for it to boot. Right, now that we've restarted our game, we're going to open up back up Forge Tweaks, go to Premium. We're going to run this again. Tap back into your game, shoot click. Right, now that the run's finished, we can see that the input latency has dropped here. Driver's still holding it up, that's right. We'll scroll to the bottom, see what FPS is at. Right, so it's jumped up to 615. 1% lows still staying around the same. Stutter and the rest still staying around the same, but the average FPS has jumped up by around 20 to 30 FPS. So that's kind of what we were looking for with this change in the settings. So we close this, open Alt-Z. Can't use photo mode anymore, have to enable it, and the game filters. So now that they're not injecting into the game and running the hook, and basically because you don't use it, it's just sitting there, it's just rendering into your game, drawing your FPS and drawing your, increasing your input delay. So you're not losing the whole app, because other tweakers, they'll tell you to nuke the whole app, they'll tell you to get rid of everything, but you still keep instant replay, you keep the driver updates, you keep the per game optimizations, you keep the whole app. You lose the color filters and a screenshot mode that was there the whole entire time, but you never used it, or whoever uses it, I don't know. But you would have had this setting on since you installed your last driver update, or if you've installed a driver in the last 2 years for an Nvidia driver, so that setting will be automatically on. And it's just taking away FPS and causing you delay. If you want to further optimize your PC, head over to forgetweaks.com and get yourself Forge Tweaks or Forge Tweaks latency to figure out what's causing your input delay and to fix it and get closer to 0 delay.